Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Matt.
All right, Larry, for only the second time ever in the regular season and first since 2005, the NFL has come south of the border to amazing Mexico City. Esta noche, another installment in the International Series, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Leading them out is a guy who's been a Raider starter since day one. In his third season now, it's Derek Carr.
And the Raiders believed in him enough to select him, so we knew that they liked him. But after they watched him play as a rookie, they realized they had their quarterback, and they wanted to build around him. Remember last year they drafted Amari Cooper to get him a #1 receiver, and they fortified the offensive line to make sure they could protect him. They know they have their #1 guy for a while, and they want it to continue that way.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Second down following the run. They'll go again to Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I'm not sure they could have had a better call there for the defense. Blitz was called, and they're setting up for a draw. When you're blitzing, you're likely to beat them to the punch because they're going to take a little extra time to set up. Talk about the offensive line.
And he'll be wrapped up. Around the waist and push down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans take possession. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a guy who had a heck of a career as a Stanford Cardinal, the rookie quarterback, Kevin Hogan.
Coaches love kids who can work through adverse situations. And I remember when Kevin Hogan was at Stanford, I asked his head coach, what was the real reason you were attracted to him? He said, it's every game film we saw. He was playing in bad weather and handling it in a big way. And we thought, if this kid can handle that, he can probably handle a whole lot of other things. And that's exactly what he did at Stanford.
Second down now after the pass completion.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Well, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Hogan now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now Gray. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Brought in by Walford, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he's starting to come on strong into his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Walford. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
I know I'm not an expert on offensive line play, but I have observed a few teams, when they're lining up against goal line sets, stacked boxes,
how are they successful?
They're just telling their offensive linemen, hit what's in front of you. Don't worry about so much a man, but maybe more space. If there's anything in that gap, you're trying to move it, just trying to find a way to create some space in a wedge.
They did. They got to that second level, and it was open. Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
He's got time. And hauled in here by Rivera. A gain of 4 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one. Right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And this is going to be incomplete. Dwayne Bowe, the one he was looking for. And it's 4th and 3. Now here's Shane Leckler on to punt it away to his longtime team, the Raiders. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, it could have. Now can they carry that over? It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Carr throwing on second down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that.
And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Heading. Out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Now Hogan. It's brought in left side by Tate. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll look to throw here, and he's got his man on the out route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down, and the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The first time All-Pro in 2015, Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Hogan now. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Jason Avant there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Again, it's Jones. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
The lone receiver right is Cooper. Carr now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on third and about 14.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space. And try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's last possession that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 1:59 to go in the first half. Here's Shane Leckler now. He's been terrific so far. We'll come back here right after this. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
Well, the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this this one's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now Hogan. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So we have reached halftime with and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now after the INT, it's Carr. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goalpost.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. A great, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd down and 12.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance. The Raiders swarm in and block it. And they'll take possession here right at midfield at the 50-yard line. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you. However form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
3 yards left to grab here on third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back now in Mexico City. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's the option going right. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running. He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Finding time. Caught left side to Crabtree. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Out is Janikowski now for the Raider field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Hogan now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Shane Leckler now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Jones, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a first down carry by Jones. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here we go,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Here we go.
And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And let's see, 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Here's Jones.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
The story.